Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Stevens.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman. We're back in the studio with 21st Century Lighting and we are all cheering.
Yes, we are, and we're glad you can check out our new look and this week's show. We've got another edition of What's Cooking Irving and a look at a new exhibit at the Irving Archives and Museum.
Susan's got a great interview in Feature Flix, and we'll also bring you the details on the Irving Cares Gala and a new conference at the Irving Convention Center on mental health and wellness for women.
You all know that the movies are close to my heart. Well, a great place to see new movies and the classics is the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, Las Colinas.
Susan visited to find out all about their monthly classic movie brunch series. Now here's a warning. If you're hungry, you should watch this story with an emergency sandwich on standby. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah. Alamo Drafthouse is known for preserving cinema by showing classic films in addition to new releases.
If you can take something you already love and share it with your best friend, or even just a full theater of strangers and you're all laughing together at the same time, maybe crying together at the same time, but taking this experience, something that you already loved, and making it into something new, I think is the reason behind why we show these films.
Now you can enhance that experience with a special brunch menu that's only being served during a classic movie screening.
This week we're doing A League of Their Own, the classic with Tom Hanks and sweet Gina Davis. It's special because some of our very favorite items are on this menu, and you can only get them at this screening. So we've got a fried egg BLT, we've got breakfast tacos.
And you can pair one of these breakfast dishes with a refreshing brunch cocktail.
We're gonna have a classic Bloody Mary. We do have mimosas and all of your normal favorites. And then we also have an Italian 75 and the prickly pear ranch water.
The Alamo Drafthouse in Las Colinas offers a variety of entertaining events for the community.
Whether it's a new release or it's a 50-year-old film, we'll find a way to make it special. So one of the things we do is we have movie parties, and we'll bring in props, and they're interactive.
And in honor of the location near John Carpenter Freeway, this Alamo Drafthouse is hosting a special summer series.
So it's Summer of Darkness, and we're doing all John Carpenter films. So we are halfway through it, but we still are showing They Live. We're going to have The Thing coming up, which is one of my personal favorites.
Alamo is proud to be a part of Irving for over 4 years now.
It's been fantastic. It's been really exciting to get to know the community, and it's a really tight-knit group here. We've also worked with the British Emporium and places around here to create special events that are very Irving-centric, and I think that being a part of our community is just very important to us.
The Alamo Drafthouse Las Colinas looks forward to serving the community fun movie-watching experiences with made-from-scratch quality food. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
The next classic movie brunch is Sunday, August 21st at 1 p.m. And Grease is the word because they're showing Grease 2. The Alamo Drafthouse Cinema Las Colinas is located in the Toyota Music Factory.
We traveled to the ranch at Las Colinas, where Chef de Cuisine Jorge Rivera showed us how to prepare one of their signature dishes in this edition of What's Cooking Irving.
Hi, my name is Jorge Rivera. I'm the chef of cuisine of the ranch at Las Colinas. Today we're gonna prepare a blackened Gulf Coast snapper. So here we go. This is our snapper. We recommend a blackened. You can use salt and pepper, but we're serving here at the ranch blackened, and we recommend to use Caesar platter. It's a better way to cook. We put some oil on it, and we sear it. We're gonna finish on the oven. And then we're gonna prepare our Texas corn succotash. Okay, we're gonna use some canola oil. Fresh garlic. Corn. The ranch has been located in Las Colinas for 14 years. Pretty much the ranch is like, try to work with locally vendors, try to use all fresh produce. We're gonna use some corn pico as well. Corn pico has red bell peppers, onions, poblano peppers. So we're gonna add into the corn so we can cook all the ingredients together. We're gonna use some salt, of course, house pepper. We're gonna use some tomatoes, baby heirloom tomatoes. And we use some kale. So this is our corn succotash. Just to the end, we're gonna finish with tomatillo pico de gallo. I'm gonna use some dill butter on it. Okay, we have our snappers ready. Now we're gonna build into the plate. We're gonna use avocado mousse. Then we're gonna put our corn succotash in it. And then we're gonna use pea shoots from McKinney, Texas, as well local. Pico tomatoes. And then just to finish our fish, we're gonna put some cilantro butter on top. Okay, and then we have our blackened dish.
The ranch at Las Colinas is located at 857 West John Carpenter Freeway. Visit theranchlc.com to learn more. And check out this edition of What's Cooking Irving on the City of Irving's page on YouTube to see the recipe and instructions in the show's description. You know you've got a signature event when you can say the Gala and everyone knows what you're talking about.
Irving Cares CEO Kyle Taylor brings us a sneak preview. Great to see you, Kyle.
It's always good to be here. Thanks for letting me come in. Bother y'all during the day to talk about my gala.
We absolutely love it. The Gala is what we got to remember to say it right.
Yes,
so
the Gala.
I've been around long enough that I can remember when this event was a backyard barbecue, and then it became the Great Harvest, and then it became Boots and Bling. But it has always served such an important purpose for Irving Cares. Can you talk a little bit about why this gala is so important?
So the gala is really important for a number of different reasons. One, it gives us a chance to celebrate those that have helped us accomplish what we've accomplished. Two, it allows us to raise operating funds for us to be able to continue education, employment, stocking the food pantry, paying rents and utility assistance for those folks in need in Irving. And three, it's a great chance for us to come back, meet new friends, see some old faces, and just say thank you for folks that have supported us over the years.
Absolutely. No, it is a great event. So what can attendees look forward to at this year's event?
So this year our theme is a party with a purpose. Irving Cares turns 65 this year. So we're doing a birthday, kind of a birthday themed event. So we'll have some basic birthday games, and then we'll do some birthday themed dinner. Maybe be some birthday cake at the end, and just kind of a way to celebrate our 65th birthday, raise some money. We have a number of our folks that we have helped over the years are coming back to tell their stories about the impact that we've made. So really looking forward to that. But it's where I have a sit-down dinner, live auction, silent auction. I'm doing some different parlor games for folks. It's at the Irving Convention Center again, and we all know they do a wonderful job. Chef Eduardo's created an exclusive menu for us this year, and one of his signature dishes is a champagne brie soup, so we'll be starting the dinner off with that.
That sounds so good.
Well, okay, so there's the reason to show up. If you don't want to support Irving, show up for the soup, right?
For the soup, yeah. It's funny when we do the tasting, people always say you never serve salad, and through the history of our gala harvest backyard barbecue, we always did a soup instead of a salad, just kind of our signature tradition. So we're kind of continuing that again this year.
Oh, I like that. It's a wonderful tradition.
Yeah.
It really is. So I know that you don't always target the funds that you raise from the gala for anything in particular, but I'm just going to ask, what's the plan for this year?
So the plan for this year is we'll have a time where we will ask for targeted funds for our Invest in Yourself program, which is our holistic bundled approach to services. It's really where we're working with those Irving families to lift them out of poverty. Through our increased partnerships with the Irving Independent School District and Dallas College, has some great opportunities to be able to provide education and employment pathways through a bundled work to be able to lift them out of poverty. So that money raised will go to that. We're seeing a huge increase in the demand for financial assistance, especially rents and utilities, especially during these inflationary times. So some of the money raised will go to those programs to ensure we keep people's lights on, a roof over their head.
So important.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So if there are still tickets left, how can people get them?
Just go to irvingcares.org, or you can reach out and call Terry Oliver at 972-721-9181, and she'll be able to get your tickets. Sponsorships are available still, and you can buy your tickets.
All right, fantastic. Well, folks, this is going to be a wonderful event. The Gala is Friday, September 9th, 6:30 to 11 p.m. Go to irvingcares.org because you want that soup, and you absolutely want to support an organization that's been so important to this community. The event's at the Irving Convention Center. Don't forget, irvingcares.org. This week in Feature Flix, Susan speaks with writer, director, and star B.J. Novak about his directorial debut, Vengeance.
Abilene just didn't die, she was murdered.
What?
And the two of us are going to avenge her death.
So, as like a personal boundary, I don't avenge deaths.
But here's what I can do.
I'm gonna record everything that you think happened to Abilene. And we'll put it on a podcast, and we'll see where it leads.
What evidence does he have that it was a murder?
Nothing. And that's the story.
Now I wanted to play a little game with you. It's just kind of a rapid fire related to the film and yourself. So basically they're kind of like, would you rather? You just have to answer the question and then tell me why you picked that choice.
Okay.
All right. So would you rather eat at McDonald's or Whataburger?
Whataburger.
Really? Why?
Because the menu is much more interesting and complex.
Okay. So you did actually eat Whataburger.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather have, who would you rather have as your wingman? John Mayer or Boyd Holbrook?
Ooh, John Mayer, because you know the game's going to come to you if you're standing next to John Mayer.
All right. And would you rather be made a fool of in front of tons of people at a rodeo or have your rental car explode in front of you?
Oh boy. I would rather be made fun of in front of a rodeo just because I've done so much stand-up that I've already been booed in Texas. So I already know what that's like. The devil.
Have you really been booed in Texas?
I opened for Taking Back Sunday in their early days, and the crowd didn't even think they were going to see a comedian. And boy, were they pissed that I was not the band. True story. I think it was at SMU maybe or something.
Oh my God. Yeah. I can't imagine how they react to a comedian, but that's great. This is in reference to a tweet you made a while back. So I was wondering, which film do you think is better, Jurassic Park or The Purge?
Jurassic Park. The Purge is a great genre movie, but Jurassic Park is actually really profound.
Yeah. Do you still say Jurassic Park even as a whole with everything they've come out with and for Purge as a whole?
I mean the original Michael Crichton book turned Steven Spielberg movie. That's what I mean.
Yeah. And finally, you've proven you're a very multi-talented person. So I'm wondering, which have you enjoyed the most? Writing, directing, acting, or punking?
Punking. Thanks for bringing up my original Ashton Kutcher pairing. To me, I love pranks.
Yeah.
They're so hard to come up with, you know?
Oh, God.
And so I remember brainstorming with friends in high school and college, like, we got to come up with a prank just because they're so much fun, but they're really hard to come up with a good one. And so the idea that there was this whole writing staff devoted, you know, full time to inventing pranks and setting them up, I couldn't believe my luck that I got to be a part of that. No,
that was seriously like revolutionary when that came out, especially when you guys were doing it. It was truly incredible. It was, yeah. I'm glad you said punking because I actually want to like rewatch those.
Oh yeah. Punking is like a hobby compared to.
You can't solve something like this with a 45. It's the breakdown of society is what it is.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's very wise.
You're gonna need a 12 gauge, a couple of ARs, Western automatic, and a sidearm for safety.
Vengeance is currently playing at Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, Las Colinas.
It's no secret that with everything women have to juggle, managing stress is definitely a challenge.
But the Whole Woman Conference has some strategies targeted to women and their mental health and wellness. Juliet Ross is here to tell us more. Welcome to the show,
Thank
Juliet.
you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
so glad to be
I
here.
have to start with this. I love the title.
Thank you.
Whole Woman Conference. And that sends a message to people who might want to attend. What's the message you want to send?
Yes, is that this is something that is finally catered to the entire woman, spiritual, mental, holistic, right? So we are covering all the areas. It's an empowerment conference that the theme is step your game up, right?
Okay.
So we're going to step our game up in every area.
We like
and
that.
GAME stands for an acronym.
Oh.
Gifts, aspirations, movements, and expectations. And so we want to empower these women in this area. And then at the same time, we want to talk about the inner things that have hindered us in our life.
Wow.
And so we want to get deep. And then we want to have fun. And so we call it the Whole Woman Conference so that you get your spiritual empowerment, your external empowerment, your internal empowerment.
Oh, I like it.
Great, that's
Yeah.
great. Well, I guess
Thank
you already
you.
kind of touched on it, but what are the
Yeah.
topics that are going to
Yeah.
be discussed at the conference?
Absolutely. So the game part, it's 4 main sessions, gifts, aspirations, movements, and expectations. It focuses on the external expression of a woman. So what are your gifts? What are the things inside of you that you want to do? What are your aspirations? Do you have any, and why not? What are the steps that you're taking to get it done? And do you have expectations? Those are that. And then we'll go into the internal introspection part about these workrooms, right? So there are things in our life that probably have truly just hindered us from moving forward, whether it be shame or grief, maybe the loss of a loved one we can't get past, that we really haven't done the work internally. There are many women that are victims of sexual violence and trauma. Also, people that are in relationships with cultural diversities and interracial relationships that they don't quite know how to navigate. There are lots of women out there, especially in this modern day time, where they deal with imposter syndrome and perfectionism. We're always comparing ourselves to one another. And then postpartum, you know, and birth trauma, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing. And so these are just some of the topics we want to cover that you get to do your internal work and say, hey, these are areas in my life that I need to deal with and I haven't dealt with, and I really need to kind of focus on that. And then we have some self-care rooms, that is, now that we've gotten the tools to equip, we can do our self-care work and have some positive habits.
This sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Yeah, it does.
everybody,
Everything,
you know,
yeah.
go online right now and get
Yes.
your ticket. So I have to say, you are dealing with some really important and serious topics.
That's right.
But you did mention that you want to have fun, and I noticed on the website, as an advocate for retail therapy,
Yes,
that there will be a
yes.
little of that going on. What else is
Absolutely.
planned to get women excited and having fun?
Absolutely. After we've done our work, we've created new habits. We have great community that's going to be there. We have a live taping of a show. We also have a really fun interactive thing that we're doing called Your Life is Right.
Ooh.
And it's a really fun community support. I don't even want to tell you all the
Yeah.
details, because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
But
Right,
I
great.
want you to know that we are going to have a blast. And so all the vendors that are there is what I call our retail therapist. I want people to be able to get their business, get their gifts out in front of them, be a tool and a catalyst to help promote what people are doing. And let's be holistic in all the areas of our life.
Oh, that's great. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is great. So, I
Thank
mean,
you.
well, how do people get tickets for this event?
Yeah, it's super easy. They can go to embassycity.brushfire.com or they can go to wholewomanco.org, where they can get more information and register for the conference.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Juliet,
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
The conference sounds like it's going to be great. We want
Yeah.
to let our viewers know the details, folks. Go to wholewomanco.org so that you can get more information and register for the conference, which is September 9th and 10th at the Irving Convention Center. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
Be there. Maybe we should be there.
I
Susan.
know,
What do you think?
right? The Irving Archives and Museum hosts the exhibit Darshana, A Glimpse into the Hindu Civilization. Kathy visited the museum to learn more.
The practice of yoga is familiar to most people, even if they've never tried it. But knowledge of the culture yoga springs from is not universal. A new exhibit at the Irving Archives and Museum helps to illuminate the ancient civilization that contributed yoga and so much more to the world.
The most fundamental thing that we see, even in the computer world, is the zero. So that zero is a very important concept that came from a Hindu philosophy called Shunya. When everything is gone, what remains? Shunya.
From mathematics to architecture to sacred texts, the Hindu civilization's influences are seen to this day.
They took this zero and created decimal system. Can you imagine how important the decimal system is? The whole rocketry science is based upon decimals. Without decimal, well, how do you go to Mars?
Darshana, a glimpse into the Hindu civilization, provides information on the tangible impact of Hindu arts and sciences, but it also reveals the philosophies that underscore the fundamental way of life.
In Hindu philosophy, for a human, there are some motivations or pursuits that help them to lead a fulfilled life. So these 4 pursuits are called dharma, that is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, that is having a balance between ethics, your material desires, your passions, and spirituality.
With that foundation in mind, Bindu hopes that visitors will learn more about the Hindu civilization, which will in turn build bridges between cultures.
This is a way for us Hindus to share our thinking and practices so that our neighbors and friends understand us better.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
Darshana, a glimpse into the Hindu civilization, continues at the Irving Archives and Museum through September 3rd. To learn more, visit hindudarshana.com, and for information about other exhibits and activities, visit irvingarchivesandmuseum.com.
Here's another look at the great artwork in the 22nd Annual Art Connection Members Show. It continues through August 27th in the Irving Art Center main gallery, so you've still got time to see it. Enjoy these images and this list of other creative things to do about town. And here are more great events happening about town. Kids can learn the basics of printmaking at Second Sunday Fun Day Print It. That's Sunday, August 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. in the Irving Art Center Suite 200. Get more details at irvingartcenter.com.
The Texas Summer Jam featuring Flatland Cavalry hits the stage at the Pavilion at Toyota Music Factory, Saturday, August 20th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Get your tickets at toyotamusicfactory.com.
And coming up for the kids in your life, Kids Bop Live comes to the Pavilion on Wednesday, August 24th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and it's a great way to celebrate going back to school. Get tickets and more information at toyotamusicfactory.com.
Friday nights are free music nights at the Texas Lottery Plaza. Join DJ Avi Glow on Friday, August 26th at 9 p.m. for music and more. Get the details at toyotamusicfactory.com/Texas Lottery Plaza. For more events about town, check out our arts calendar at cityofirving.org/536. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for our story on the Irving Arts Center's 3rd Annual Volunteer Fair.
We'll also check out the North Texas Quilt Guild and Texom 2022 at their new location at the Irving Convention Center.
As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you.
We'll leave you tonight with a look back at the Lone Star Youth Orchestra's season finale. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Stevens. Have a great evening.